"1988, what a super exciting year. Not only was it my first year out of school and I was working for Expo 88, it also was when I got to represent Australia in the Miss Asia Pacific Quest as Miss Australia. I think the only reason I got chosen, I was the only one at the time that knew who the Prime Minister was. So before you knew it, I was packing my bags to go to Manila and also the end of final pageant in Hong Kong. It was an incredible experience, people from all over the world. You got to meet Miss Lebanon and Miss Israel. I could never quite work out, they weren't allowed to be photographed together. It was all highly sensitive. And then we had Miss Pakistan, who basically got sent home because she was the first woman to have appeared in a swimsuit outside of Pakistan. So she had a lot of haters against her and she ended up having to be sent home. We had Noah from Western Samoa. She was the second youngest behind me in the pageant. So it really was an incredible experience meeting people from all over the world, especially the Colombians and Miss Chile. Miss Chile she was a very, very interesting character. But I think the most, amazing thing that I got out of it was how into pageants all these other countries were, how they'd sent their contestants along with full ball gowns and, all their hairstyles planned out. Here's this little girl from Brisbane sort of packed off to go over and represent Australia, and I was definitely unprepared. Luckily, we'd thrown a few good ball gowns and things from great Brisbane designers at the time. And, that was definitely an eye-opener. I think the worst thing that happened to me during the whole pageant was I was rooming with Miss Canada. Anyway, she'd found out whilst we were rooming together that her boyfriend had broken up with her. Then she tried to do all sorts of things to herself and almost, anyway, I'm not going to tell you the full story, but she ended up getting kicked out of the pageant. So, A and C as the countries, Australia and Canada, so you get to room with whoever you were closest beside. So that was probably the worst thing that happened to me. A few of the things that she unpacked out of her bag, she had sex toys that I never even knew what a sex toy was. So she was unpacking things out of her bag that I'd never seen before in my life. I think the experience was absolutely fantastic. I loved meeting people from all over the world. I learned so much about different cultures. I love the fact that my parents supported me and came over and viewed in Hong Kong. And I hope you enjoy watching the extracts on the website from the 1988 Miss Asia Pacific Quest. What about my bad blonde hair and the 80s too? You're gonna love the 80s fashions.